Now, as you know, this is Richard Fain. I used to watch this guy, man. When he talked about real estate, he was actually inspiration to me. He was talking about real estate, and I've been in real estate, and he had flashy cars, and I love sports cars. And then around 2020, he switched to a stock market guru, talking about everything he's ever preached against. I remember him saying videos, never follow anybody that has stock class plays. All you need is the S&P 500 index fund or a total stock market index fund. That's all you need. And if you are going to buy companies, buy big blue chip, long companies that have a good record of paying dividends. Then somewhere along the way, 2020, he became one of these other grifters up here and destroyed his credibility. I see him talking about SoundHound and Super Microcomputer and all these companies. His thumbnails are wacky and crazy. I'm selling my house. I'm leaving YouTube. I sold my Porsche. I bought my Porsche. Like, just weird. I don't know what he's going through. Maybe financial hardship. But he's become, pretty much, in my opinion, a grifter, man. And I lost a lot of respect for him. And he contradicts himself in his own video. And we need to react on this. This was made February 1st. And he contradicts himself in his own video. Let's check it out.
Today is February 1st.
Yes, I had to fast forward all that moo tutorial crap that he be talking about.
First. January is in the rearview mirror, guys. We got 11 months left in 2025. Here's the question. What are you doing to change your financial life? Did you take advantage of January? Like I told you guys, January would be a monster month in the stock market.
Why is everything always the stock market with these people? It's like the stock market is the only thing you can do to build, wealth. There's so many other things. You can get raises at your job. You can spend less. You can get into real estate. The job you're working, if you master it, you can start your own business and go in that field. Like, why do we always got to emphasize on stocks, plays, trades? There's other things you can do. When you started your channel, you never really talked about this crap.
And I believe it was. S&P 500 probably up 3 to 4%. But individual stocks, artificial intelligence stocks, were monsters, man.
All of those big companies, as you would say, NVIDIA, it's NVIDIA, Microsoft, all the leaders of the chat GPT and all these companies, they're in the S&P 500, in like the top 20 by weight, tech, and the total stock market. Why are you trying to catch a falling knife, bro? You don't know which one it's going to be.
Now, if you knew what you were doing, you could have made some money. Fortunate for me, I know how to follow data. And I did pretty well in the month of January.
Richard, you never show a brokerage statement. You never show anything that you own all these stocks you talk about. You never show a 1099. You never show a bank statement. You never show a brokerage statement. You never show a buy order for anything. All you do is talk, man. Do you ever show any proof to anything that you own all this stuff?
I would, because historically speaking, the month of January is a good month for activity, net worth gain, wealth transfer activities in the stock market. It just is. So I had been telling you guys that back in December of 2024.
He needs to keep mentioning the stock market. You want to know why? What was he advertising to you at the beginning of his video? Click the link below, get that free money. What is he advertising to you? He needs you to participate in the stock market to sell you the brokerage institution that he gets paid from. Okay, I'm an influencer who's monetized. They've reached out to me so many times and I ignore them because you get paid. Whoever joins, you get stock or they pay you. So you make out either way. Click the link below. You get some stock. I get some stock. Click the link below. However many sign up with my affiliate link, we get paid. This is what I'm telling you. Be careful. Be careful with these people.
Prepare yourself. Get in position. Prepare yourself. Get in position. I'm going to tell you again. Prepare yourself. Get in position. On February 3rd, which is going to be Monday, it starts again. The stock market will open pre-market at 4 a.m. Eastern time. And then normal hours open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It begins again, guys. And I'm going to be in there ready to...
What begins again? Day trading or investing? It doesn't make a difference if it's February 3rd, 2025 or February 3rd, 2028. If you're a long-term investor, the day-to-day does not matter, Richard.
Rock and roll. Why? Because I have a mission, and my mission is to transfer wealth to me and my family. And that's what this YouTube channel is all about, is helping you guys transfer wealth to you and your family. But you got to execute. You got to put yourself in position. You got to put yourself in place and not be afraid, right? Right? Can't be afraid. Fear is a financial killer. Don't allow...
Let me ask you a question, Richard. Did you buy that nice house in Florida with stock market money, or did you buy it with NFL money? And I believe you had a career after you left the NFL, and you have a successful monetized YouTube channel that you have links to. Did you buy your real estate that you used to talk about in the very beginning? Did you buy that with stock market money, or did you buy that with hard working money? Because you're in your 50s. Pretty soon, you're supposed to be taking contributions from 401ks, if you want, or Roth IRAs. So if you're still trying to get money in the stock market, that means you never had money in the stock market and you were not a long-term investor. Because if you were a long-term investor at the age of late 59 or 60, your number one concern should not be returns. It should be wealth preservation. It shouldn't be high-tech growth, crazy stocks. That's for people who are younger, Richard. You would know that if you read finance books.
Fear to steal your financial freedom, guys. Here's what's going to be happening for me on February 3rd. I'm going to be going into about 2 big boy stocks in order to get myself in position to make some FCF, free cash flow. Now, you guys know I have a long-term wealth building strategy and a short-term wealth building strategy. I'm executing both. But one thing that I've learned about individual stocks, and I learned this in 2024, I believe going forward for me on individual stocks, I'm going to treat them all like shorts. Instead of me taking individual stocks and trying to go 10 years out in that specific individual stock, I don't think I'm going to do that strategy for 2025. I think I'm going to treat all of my individual stocks as shorts. Now, what does that mean? That means my ETFs.
So that means you're going to be a day trader. That means you're going to try to time the market.
That I invest in long term. And I've always told you guys, 80% of the money I invest goes into these ETFs for long-term wealth building. I will continue doing that through my dollar cost averaging. But I'm changing up the strategy slightly on individual stocks and just treat them like shorts. Now, that doesn't mean I day trade them. What that means...
That's exactly what you mean. You just contradicted yourself. You're going to do long-term, short-term. You just said that. You said the market opens on the 3rd, and you're going to get yourself into position to not treat them as longs, but more shorts with the big boy stocks. That's what you just said.
Let me just give you an example. Let's say, for instance, in the video, right now it's trading at, or it closed at on Friday, $120 a share. And I know over the last 30 days, last 45 days, it's gotten itself to $153 a share.
Yeah, because what a stock does in the past, it's guaranteed to do in the future, Richard. So it's at 120 and it was at 150, but now it's at 120. So the tariffs have nothing to do with that. Profits got nothing to do with that. it's automatically going to go back to 150 again. And what are you going to do, Richard? You're going to buy it at 120, and let me guess, you're going to sell it at 150 again?
Right? So instead of me treating it as just a flat out loan for the next 10 years, what I may do is treat it as a 10-year investment, but get in and out of it a little bit differently to take advantage of peaks and valleys.
Bro, how do you treat it? How do you treat something as a 10-year, but then look at it day to day? You're contradicting yourself, Richard. Is everything okay with you, bro? Is everything okay with you?
In the stock price. Because had I did that in 2024, I probably would have made a lot more money in NVIDIA than I did because of me treating it as a buy and hold long-term 10 years. And again, guys, I'm not telling you need to change your strategy. I'm just telling you I'm thinking about changing my strategy for individual stocks. It's still a good place to put money in stocks and leave it long-term and never touch it. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just telling you from my wealth building process.
Yeah, from my wealth building. Don't look at my flashy cars and don't look at my Ferraris and all my nice stuff. You don't got to look at me. But if you want to look at me, you can have me mentor you for a price. You can click the link below and then follow me. And then let me just show you my house and my pool and my cars and all my fly stuff. And then, if you want to follow me, but you don't have to, but if you want all this, you might want to follow me.
Yes, I want to try something different in 2025. So I will always have NVIDIA and the Magnificent Seven in the long-term strategy, but
the Magnificent Seven is in like your top 10 by weight of the S&P and a total stock market index fund. So you're actually paying more for them, actually. I mean, if you go in an index fund, you're pretty much getting them all at a discount. If you buy them individually, which one is going to be the one that is the AI revolutionist?
I think I will just buy and sell them a little bit differently inside of that long-term strategy, if that makes sense. So
no, it doesn't. How are you going to buy and sell them? You're going to buy and sell them in a long-term strategy portfolio. You know what? If you're still following this guy, I'm sorry, something's wrong. I can guarantee you, if you're following Richard Fain, I can guarantee you over the past, I'm going to say 5 years, you have bought and sold probably 50 to 60 different companies, all in your portfolio for losses. I guarantee you've made money probably on one company and you lost money on like 25. Oh, and if you made money, guess what? You're not a long-term investor because long-term investors hold until we're old. We buy and hold until we're old because generational wealth is created with time, not with jumping in and out of stocks. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with this guy. Yo, YouTube is broken. No regrets. Get it.